wait until we'll wait a minute until there's somebody there. Um, because there's a few things I was going to talk about. That just makes more sense if I'm live to wait a minute until there's somebody here to talk to. Because I already did a video this morning, just talking to my phone. So let's see. Let's see if anybody shows up. What anybody's doing on a Saturday. Man, it's weird out. It's totally weird energy. My body feels weird. My mind feels weird. My spirit feels weird. Everything feels weird. My stomach's totally bothering me. Totally. Hi, Crystal. I think it's just me and you so far. Who knows? Maybe it'll just be me and you, and then we'll just cut out in just a little while. My stomach is really bothering me. I ate that. I got that edamame pasta. You know, everybody acts like, I swear to God, on TikTok it's just commercials, 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 and everybody acts like, oh, this is the best, this is the best. So I think, oh, okay, I'll try it. It's $8 for a freaking package. I'll stick with the 98 cents pasta because, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the taste. And now I have a stomach ache. So, yeah, fuck that edamame pasta. It's so expensive, too. It's ridiculous. But oh, look at this. Look at, remember I had said about my fingernails growing on the biotin, the cheaper one. Look at how much they have grown. I was on that expensive one, and they were not growing at all. I knew they'd start growing on this one. I want to talk about a couple of things that I have seen that are going on. They're going viral. This stuff's going viral, and it's about dogs. Your son Oh, your son loves the edamame pasta? I don't like it. Well, I didn't have the fettuccine one. I had the spaghetti one. And so, but oh, I do not like it. I think I'm going to give the rest to the dogs. I didn't like it at all. And now my stomach hurts. I'm like, man, I don't know. It's like too much fiber or something. Yours are growing a lot since you upped your dose. How much are you? How many milligrams are you taking, or units or whatever are you taking? I'm taking 50,000. Not the pasta. I like the edamame seed. I like these, the little seed things. Wherever I have them in this drawer. Hold on. I like these, but I don't like the pasta. And I can't believe people are like, oh, it's so, and it's like no carbs or whatever. You're counting carbs or something. And they're all like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. And you can eat a ton of it and it's not fattening. But, yeah, why do you want to? But, hi, I was going to say Mary Ann, but then it's like Mary Mary. Let's just say Mary. How many milligrams are you taking, Crystal, of the biotin? 10,000, but you went up to 50. See, me too. And now look at my fingernails. Like, jeez, they're growing and they're pretty strong. Somebody told me to put Vaseline on them too, that strengthens them. But I don't have any, but I'm gonna get some and rub Vaseline on them. I didn't either, but when I bought the more expensive one, it was take 225, so it was 50. So, yeah, I was like, well, dang, man, I'll take the other one and take 50 because my fingernails always grow better on it. And I would take 3 or 4 of them. But now, yeah, I'm taking 5. Now my fingernails are getting nice. I wish my eyelashes would grow, but I guess that's not going to happen. I've had sparse, shorter, blonde eyelashes my whole life. So I don't think they're going to grow and go, but my fingernails are growing, so it's got to be doing something. It's nice to have. Well, the only thing is fingernails get so dirty. They're always getting dirty. But God, it's nice. I'm always breaking all the way down on my tip of my finger. So, but two of the things I want to talk about is dog stuff, and I was talking about it this morning. Do you take K2? No, I gotta get some of that. I forgot about that because I was gonna get the unless my D3 has K2. I feel like running out there and getting it and looking, bringing all my supplements. I could go get all my supplements and bring them in here, but I don't know my unless my D because I have D3 unless it has K2. I don't know. I'm not just taking K2, and I haven't been taking any zinc yet. Or when I ran out of zinc, I didn't get more of that either, which I should get more. So I should order some K2 and some zinc. And now I am ordering that golden seal root. And also another one is like rhododendron or something like that root. And they are, I don't know, they seem to be really good when I look up about them. Very important help with the D2. See, I got to get the K3. I got to get the K. I got to get the vitamin K. So many vitamins and minerals that we need to take, which seems so crazy. I saw a lady today, and she had carrots, and she was cutting up carrots, and there was a worm. It was one of those really thin. It was not as thin as a hair, but it was long and thin. It looked like kind that come out of if you've ever had a dog that had worms, and it has all these long spindly worms, and there was one in her carrot, and because so many people think like it's just in meats and stuff, but people are finding it well in tons in fruits, tons of parasites in fruits, but carrots you wouldn't think, but hers were organic. So then in comments, people were like, "That's why, because you got organic." But it's like, well, what are you gonna choose? You're gonna choose parasites or toxins. It was like that's our choice: parasites or toxins. So either way, you got to do cleansing all the time. You got to like take stuff to kill one or the other. Um, it's always eating carrot. Ooh, you gotta watch out. And I was reading, like she thought it was a tapeworm, which I knew it wasn't a tapeworm. And I can't remember what, somebody might have said like a spaghetti worm or something. It was some kind of worm. And it was like she was cutting them and it was on her counter spinning. Oh, it was so disgusting. And she was totally grossed out. It's like whenever any of the people find, which tons of people have been going out and getting the snow and melting it, and it's doing weird things when it melts for one thing, but it also, so many people are finding worms in it, like the same kind of thing as like in that carrot thing. Like fuck. And how many dogs go out and like my dogs keep going out and all of the ice and stuff, they go off and start chewing on it, and the when there's snow out there, Stella would always go out and eat the snow, which dogs can eat a lot of worms and bugs and stuff like that. But you gotta, these ones seems to be as artificial, like it's the same kind of stuff. Like they're putting something on us. I mean, obviously they gave Max tonsillitis. Like I had no idea it was so rare. That's like I've never seen it. The other people who were working there said I didn't even know the dog's good. It's like I didn't either. So, yeah, I, yeah, I think you gotta anything you eat, you gotta cook it. You gotta cook all the bugs out of it. I think, but the snow too has worms that look like that. Now I see why vets are always on the about animals having worms. Yeah, because they're everywhere. Man, yeah, and who knew? Like there was so. I mean, there was, I mean, there was always some in the dirt because if kids would go out and play in the dirt and not wash their hands, they get pinworms. And so dogs, I'm sure, get worms by eating stuff off the ground and the dirt and stuff like that. But I think that there's an extra now because I think that they are seeding us, like, you know what I mean? They're seeding us with things that grow And so I think, yeah, I think they're doing it on purpose. I think it's part of their program of keeping us sick. Keeping, because most people don't know about parasite, and then it just sucks the life out of you. It makes you sick. Hello, Tinsel. Hi, how are you? Um, oh, from the UK. Hey, how's it over there? You guys are having some crazy, supposedly, the news over here. Well, the online news, which who knows what's being manipulated, what isn't. But they're saying you guys are having huge protests. Is that true? Like, have you heard about that? Shell. 'Cause people are like, look up the London protest. It's bad. That could happen over here. Some of the things I can't even keep up with anymore over who's on whose side. And now, I guess, stuff is getting so absurd. I guess Lady Gaga's on tour and she decided to stop in the middle of her concert to show her solidarity with against the ICE and for the immigrants. And so she does this in Japan at their concert, and then then starts singing again or whatever. And so somebody was like, the immigration laws are so harsh over in Japan. And she's like, we're against it. And y'all are having bad weather, only the Palestine thing and immigration. So you guys are having protest, like they're trying to stand up against them and telling them to go home, or they're trying to keep them there and tell the government they're not allowed to tell them what to do. Here, the ones that are in the biggest protests are to try and keep the immigrants here. It's really wacky. It's crazy how all celebrities. Yeah, Jane Fonda, right now, and she, and people, like, when somebody, like a news thing was showing a clip, oh, go home, yeah, like, go to your home. And that's the thing in Japan. If you get taken, you have 3 years of detention, then they ship you out to your place, and then they don't let you come back. It takes a long time if you're even going to come back. And so she's like, I think it makes her look kind of silly. Like, you're sitting there saying, oh yeah, like, I don't even know. Some of this stuff is so absurd. And Jane Fonda now out of her Don Lemon, and trying to. In the comments, people, oh, I just love her. She's such an activist. She's always out there. She's been doing this for years. It's like she is leading you guys down a dark path. It's like, I mean, she was married to Ted Turner. Give me a fucking break. She is a goddamn puppet. And she's been a puppet for a long time. It takes a long time to see. But yeah, she's a damn ass puppet. And besides the fact she's like, I don't know, half clone, half mannequin, or whatever the hell she is. I don't even know. So, yeah, but so many people are sitting there like, oh, you thinking she's doing so great. Because whatever this nonsense is about Don Lemon, I don't even fucking know. Because I'm seeing all these different videos. Some people talking about his perv stuff. So he's a perv. He's one of the pervs. And then he got fired or something from CNN for perving. And then I don't know. He showed up. He went into a church or something and tried to make a big scene. I don't even know. Like, this stuff is just getting so ridiculous. Because there was something that happened in a church, and they went into if it was a mega church or something, because the preacher supported the ICE or some nonsense. It was completely. Hey there, MK. Oh, Crystal, Lesia said hi, and also Dwayne told me from Tennessee told me to tell you hi. So, hi from them. Um, so whatever. I didn't even know Don Lemon was at this church function weird thing. Thanks for coming back. Um, so I didn't even know whatever he had done, and I don't even know what he got. I don't even know why Jane Fonda's even coming out to support him. It's like he got fired from something or something's going on. I don't even know. But two of the big things I was talking about him this morning. was I can't believe how fast some of this stuff blows up. So the thing about the boys from Brazil, then that has gotten so huge. Like and some people from Brazil were talking about like they are real divided on this same stuff that we're all going through in all the different places. So they got the right against the left, which is kind of funny, if your right hand fighting your left hand, but that's what they've got us at. So in our communities and stuff, it's the right fighting the left. And so in Brazil, it's just the same thing. And so now what has brought them all together is this thing about this dog. And people are completely outraged. And now two of the boys are in Florida. And one of them is an exchange student or something. So he's going to someone's house. And Chantilly. Is that your name? MK? MK Mills is Chantilly from UK. We got Shell and Chantilly from the UK. So they and if you don't know, because I talked about this morning, but if you don't know, it's all, you can look it up. I don't remember the dog's name, but you can look up the dog situation in Brazil. So these five rich boys went out on the beach. There was like, I think that they let dogs and stuff just run free. And so this, I think it was just a beach dog. They just hung out on the beach and people fed him and stuff like that. But he had been living there a long time and everybody loved him. And so these five boys decided to go out and brutally torture and beat him to death. So they brutalized him and really vicious and killed this poor dog for no reason, just out of meanness. And then they didn't get in any trouble because their parents are all real rich. So, oh, thank you, James. So they all got off. One of the judges is even friends with one of the parents. So all the people in Brazil are pissed. And so all of them are coming together over this, and it's going all over the place. Like everybody is got people in Florida. They keep showing pictures. They want these boys sent back. They want us in America to all be aware of these criminal boys that are coming over here. And I guess there's not the same kind of crime for animal cruelty there, but the people are fed up. The people are pissed. So it's this whole big thing happening from a dog situation, which is really, kind of turning the tables for how the dogs have been being treated, especially in America. They have been putting, geez, I would say hundreds, but I think it's thousands of dogs down every day and saying it's overcrowded. But the whole thing is that the corporation, the LLCs, bought all the rentals and then made restrictions and made it where people can't take their pets. And then people all started like freaking out of not being able to handle things and going on in this awakening, this big changeover in society. And so everybody's just taking their animals to the shelter and they're just putting them to death, just nonstop, nonstop. It's really horrible. And what is even worse is then it was found and traced down to that they are selling the bodies to meat distribution. It's like, and I know it's not just going to places like whatever in the Philippines or Vietnam or wherever it is that they eat dog meat. I know is going into food distributed to, that people go and eat, especially after, all Finkelstein, what he says. So they just grind it up into the food. And I know that they're doing that and they're selling the bodies and they're doing it with cats too. So it's horrible. It's really horrible. And it's been really tearing me up to see, because I somehow got on that algorithm and to see it over and over and over and all of these dogs being put down all day, every day. And some of the cities are even worse than other ones, like some in Houston, a lot in California, Texas is just bad. And There's just a few. They're just horrible. Harris County is one, and Harris County is in more trouble now than just that. And they're not following guidelines and stuff, which it seems so absurd. Is like if we went and did stuff like that, and we said, well, we didn't really have room anymore in the house for the dogs, so we just put them down. What are we gonna do with them? And that would be a crime. But they can sit here, the government can do it all day long and then tell us that that's humane treatment. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? And where are you getting the money? Like, why can't you use the money that you're using for the medicine in order to put them down? Why aren't you using that to buy them food? It's like, it's disgusting. So now it's like the tables are turning. And the other one is, and I talked a little bit about this morning too, but this one's blowing up. Like, oh my God. I didn't know who this girl was. And her name is Aspen. And I guess she's like a influencer in the Black community. And so I've seen more of her videos now. And so was like an influencer apparently. And she had like 100,000 viewer or 100,000 followers or something on Twitch. And so she did a lot of videos just, being a pretty Black girl, dancing and clothes and all of those kinds of things. And so she got a puppy. And she was live yesterday. This just freaking happened. And it blew up so fast. So she was live yesterday. And her puppy's tiny too. It's like a Maltese looking thing. It's really small. And she had it in a cage or something during her live. And it got out. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. So the little puppy got out, and this is all during live. Can you imagine if one of the dogs came over here and just started punching him, like beating the crap out of it? Like, I think people would freak out. I would hope. I would hope somebody would say like, oh my God, something's wrong with her. But, and that's what happened. People are totally freaked out. People crying and stuff over this video. And it was live, and then it was like screen captured, and then it's being shared all over the place. And apparently, supposedly, which I don't know, is that the ASPCA, so the people who are there to protect the animals, they got a hold of this live thing, and they released it to the public so that the public could see what she had done. But there was people live, so I don't know if that's a stretch or whatever. But anyways, so people freaked out. I know that. And people started calling the police, and people were saying, like, people started figuring out where she lived, calling the cops on her, calling the FBI, everything on this girl. And I would say, like, I think she's like 22 or 23, real pretty. I mean, and she had it going. She had brand deals and all that stuff. And so this one live situation, she starts beating the snot out of this dog, and you can hear it screaming, and I don't know, I can't even, I mean, as soon as I see the first part of it and I hear the dog cry, I can't even, supposedly she's like throwing down on it, she's punching it, all this stuff. It's this little tiny dog. And then people are like saying that she acted like it was no big deal. The dog, she's just trying to train it. It's like, what? And so she's already arrested. She already got arrested. She already got, they came and took the dog and put it in safekeeping. They said they're going to put it whatever state they're in. It's at the place. They said they're going to try and work with it like psychologically or something to help it because of how it was treated. And then I swear to God, it is like people are losing it. Like if you're not working on yourself, you're falling apart. I swear to God. And yeah, she's going to jail. And so they already bailed her out. So she got out after a couple hours, but she's facing 5 to 15 years. 5 to 15 years. And they Twitch banned her. So where she had this 100,000 followers, and so they banned her. And supposedly the ASPCA released the tape and publicly so that the brand deals would cancel her. So there, this is a huge takedown, and it's so crazy because I had said that whatever. I think it was a couple of years ago, and I said, "Watch, there's going to be people who people think are at the top, and they are going to be falling. Like things are going to flip dramatically." And so, yeah, man, that because like she just thought she had it all going on. She had it things going, and she was, figured she was set or something. Now her whole life, and now she's facing jail. It's like, jeez. And these boys that brutally um, murdered this poor dog. And it wasn't a small. That one wasn't a small dog. It was like I don't know, the size of like a golden retriever, and kind of like a sweet dog like that. And they just brutalized it and murdered it. And then I was also talking this morning about another woman, which I haven't seen a lot about this one yet, but I bet you there's gonna be more about it. But I think it was 3 or 5 boys. Seems like it was 5 boys too that went and beat a duck to death in the park just for nothing. Well, what are we gonna do today? I don't know. Let's beat a duck to death, and it had ducklings. And so this woman who I guess had witnessed it or something, she was bawling. And I don't know if she witnessed it or heard about it or what, because you would think anybody who witnessed it, I would hope to God that people would go over and stop people from doing these psycho things. I think that it gets done more hidden, like, and then they build each other up or something. Um, oh yeah, they said that she's restricted from ever having a pet again. Yeah, yeah. It seems so wacky. Like she's not even like she's just doing it right on her live. Like it's completely like, oh, it's fine. Hi, David. Like it's no big deal. Isn't that what we all do? We all beat our dogs. It's like, nope, we definitely do not. So, yeah, yeah. Now she's facing some harsh consequences. I bet you the biggest thing is that's going to affect her is her huge following of her. Oh, thanks, David. Her huge following of her that they just banned her and took all those people away and all her brand deals because I'm sure that's because that also happened to that girl who was on what's that show called, Love Island, and the one that was so obnoxious. God, she was obnoxious, and she seemed like she needed to be in a mental hospital. And then there was 2 girls that were black girls that were really pretty, and they were getting a lot of attention, and she kept acting like she was their friend. And then she dates black guys, but it's like, and she's Armenian, I think. And so she dates black guys, but she doesn't date them like she likes them. She dates them like she thinks that she's better than them, and they're lucky to be with her, if you get my drift. And so it doesn't seem like she seems racist to me. She seems like she thinks you're not as good as her, and they were live, and some people called in and called the other girls the N word, and she just started laughing. She got all her shit canceled. She got her brand deals canceled, and she had big ones too. She had like with Sephora or something. I think she had shit with like Kim Kardashian or something. She had big deals, and they all got canceled. So people really gotta like be more mindful of how they like. I don't know. It just seems weird. And why even try and act like you're friends with these people? It's not, is it, yeah, the poor duck and the ducklings. The lady who I saw that was talking about, she was bawling her head off. And she's like, the ducklings, who's going to be the mother for the ducklings? Now it's like the ducklings are going to die too. Yeah, and the woman who I saw talking about it, she was talking about the whole black community is just so, like, full of hate and anger, and you know, the people in the community need to start changing and quit acting like this. And so anyways, I could, you know, I know there is like been a beat down on certain parts of our society for a long time, but I mean, we all have had beat downs through our lives. We all have to pull ourselves up and out. We all have to like elevate ourselves, you know, care about ourselves and care about our communities. And yeah, beating the animals is not, no, that's not a good thing. Thanks, David. Yeah. I think it was really good that she was, the stuff she was saying. I was like thinking, I hope that there is some kids and stuff that hear that and really start thinking about, like, how do we have a better world? We're not going to have a better world if we aren't willing to do our part. We're going to be in the same kind of situation where everybody's just fighting and arguing with each other, and people are bitter and hateful and victims and feel sorry for themselves. It's like, you know, we got to get over the pain that we carry and start moving towards what we want the world to be, and let go of what, you know, what is the pain and suffering that we all carry forward. It's time to like let go of that and move towards, it's just like that thing, well, I said this morning, so you might not, but it was a quote that Mother Teresa had said, and they had said, back in Vietnam, that there was all these marches against the war, and they said, "Why aren't you going out and marching with us against the war?" And she said, "Once you start marching for peace, I will. But as long as you are at this fight," and that's the world that we're in right now. Is this, you know, we're gonna fight you. It's just like this back and forth fighting. I really like that over here how the monks did that march, and it was all about peace, the walk for peace, and they did start gathering tons of people, started walking with them. If it was over here, I would have went and walked with them, but it's far from over here. Which now I've seen videos. Supposedly now they're saying the ICE has entered Idaho now. So now we're going to start seeing drama. And you know, it's kind of funny too, because today is the pro ICE thing at the Capitol. So they're having the pro rally today for support. And then what was it, 2 days ago, they had the opposing. So the people who were against them had a big rally, and right outside of Boise. So the other one's going to be at the Capitol in Boise, and the other one was right outside of Boise. And so it's like, well, isn't that funny? So then the same week that you do these rallies, now we've got them coming. It's like, that's kind of weird timing. It's like, it seems a little too orchestrated. It's like, I think there's so much more that's orchestrated in all of this fucking bullshit than, oh, I gotta work on my cussing. Yeah, we gotta, there's so much more orchestrated than what people have no idea about how much is really of our reality is created, but it's like created in a way to get us to stay trapped in our fights and the anger. You know, I don't know. Seems weird. Seems weird to have these two rallies opposing each other, and then the same week now that they're coming. It's like, how does that happen? Yeah, so much is orchestrated. Yeah, it's totally absurd. This morning I was talking about, I was going off on this whole thing because I watched Begonia yesterday, which I really liked Begonia, the movie. And so I was talking a lot about that this morning. And one of the things, because I think that there's a lot of disclosure and stuff in the movies, they're constantly having ads out for protein. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Do they, oh, in Oklahoma? There's something going on. Oh, in Oklahoma, I saw. It was the lady, the 47-year-old mom of the two adopted boys, the 16 and 17-year-old. And one of them killed her. They don't know which one at this point, supposedly. And then they just went and stuffed her outside in the trash can for the trashman to pick up. It's like, do you guys not know how, like, you really think the trashmen are going to go and open the thing and see a body and just be like, oh, yeah, just throw it. It's just another body. It's like, they're going to go stop everything and call the cops. Like, how do you, I don't know. Or people like, I mean, I know 16, 17-year-olds aren't, thinking things completely through, but you'd think, yeah, it happened in Oklahoma. You'd think that they would think like, well, what, we probably should maybe bury her in the backyard or something. I mean, we got all sorts of gruesome things that people do. People freaking, the one guy, he was putting them down the garbage disposal of his apartments and it backed up everybody's pipes. He got busted off of that. Like, people do weird stuff, but to just go put her out in the trash can, maybe they were going to put her there temporarily until like nightfall, and then they were going to get her out and take her somewhere and bury her or something. But I was like, surely they didn't think the trash were going to just pick her up and they would just get away with it. It's like, I mean, some people do that like with dumpsters and think like they can dispose of a body. And well, lots of people have been disposing of, I mean, people put babies, pets, all sorts of stuff in there. And I've seen a lot lately of not just baby. I saw a couple with babies, but a lot with pets where people have just thrown them in the dumpster. They take it serious. Like, they go and look at videotape and find these people, and it's a crime. You can't do this stuff that people just like, I I don't know. I'm not for the controllers being over us, like deciding what we can and can't do or something. But then again, it's like, but then again, look at, we live with people who do stuff like this, like that they don't know right from wrong. And it tripped me out. That was one thing totally tripped me out when I woke up to this. And because I always felt like the law of right and wrong is written inside your soul. Yeah, the lack of empathy is astonishing. That is the thing that that's the thing where you're working on your empathy and your compassion is the big thing about going forward in the positive vibration. But it tripped me out to start realizing that there is people who don't murder, don't do things just because the Bible tells them. Like, they don't have it in their heart. They don't have it in their soul. They need somebody to tell them, don't do this and don't do that. It's like, well, you should just know it inside of you. You shouldn't need somebody to tell you. But I guess that's going to be kind of our separation. The people who still need somebody to tell them, they'll go to worlds where they're told, they're more contained, just like how we've been contained for so long. And now we'll be breaking out of the containment because we don't need to be contained anymore. We're ready to move on and move out and be more sovereign because we know right from wrong. It's written inside of our souls. It shouldn't be, we don't need somebody to tell us. I mean, then, but yeah, I mean, we live amongst people who obviously, you know, like even if I was together, with a bunch of people, like I'm trying to think back, like when I was a teenager, I did stupid stuff, and one thing we had what were the Moonies, we had the Moonies, and it was this cult that was like this. They all had these shaved heads with these little ponytail things. They were hair Krishnas or something, and they were all everywhere. And I would pull up and like we'd be in a car and pull up and yell at them. I don't even remember what we would say, some stupid stuff. But I mean, I can't imagine going and getting together with your friends and say, hey, let's go kill somebody. Let's go do something real horrible. And that there wouldn't be somebody in the crowd that would say, no, why would you do that? That's not nice. It's like, I don't know how we're getting to so many groups of kids together who there's nobody in the group that has any sense. It blows my mind how Yeah, yeah, it's not. It totally blows my mind. Is it just is like, I don't know. I mean, hey, Alicia. Then, I told Krista you said hi. Yeah, I don't understand the needing somebody else to tell you how to behave. To need to somebody else to tell you, don't do that. Don't hurt somebody. That's not good. It's like, yeah, it's like you just have compassion of like feeling like, well, what if that happened to me? What if somebody was curb stomping my head? How would I like it? What if everybody was ganging up on me? How would I like it? And but it's like they don't have that switch. They don't have that way of that perspective to look at things in a bigger way and think, how would it affect me if it was happening to me? They just don't care, I guess. And they just think it's okay just to hurt people and be cruel. So, yeah, it's really weird. And it's weird just how many there are now. Like, you see girls, like, I saw a video this morning, just random video of a sister who was upset. She's talking about that they had just found her sister the other night under a bridge, frozen to death. And the thing is that she had gone out with her two best friends, and they went out to a bar. And so the sister doesn't know what all happened and how these friends ended up leaving her, and how she ended up under a bridge frozen to death when she was out with her friends. But there's so many, like, I don't know, people just don't really care about each other in that way to watch out for each other. Or they were all drunk and they just left her there out in the freezing, and she died. I don't know, because the investigation's just getting started because it just happened. But yeah, but there's been all these crimes though where girls, like, there's so many, because I've seen some being sentenced and stuff, but like to trick people, like even girls tricking guys to get them to go out, and then go out and have a gang get them and then do things to them, and ultimately kill them. It's like, why, man? I just don't get it. How are you just sitting around on a Friday night, like, we don't have anything to do? Well, let's just plan a horrible crime against somebody. Like, and maybe we'll get $20 out of their wallet or something. It's like, it's wacky. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, uh, in a world where we should be caring and looking out for each other, and it's like it is a dog eat dog world. That is one thing that is totally, we are living in a dog eat dog world. We're living in a really harsh, harsh environment where it's dangerous. It's dangerous to trust people. Like, there's people that go out and pretend to be your friend who really don't like you and really don't want to see good things happen for you. They really want to. It makes me, it reminds me of the story of the, and this is a true story, and it was the young girl. All my sons are still since 16 have had life. They're 16 in case something ever happens. The only since age since 16 have had life 360, like 360 spin around on each other, so they all have each other's back in case something happens, so they are like a tight-knit group to care for one another. Because I was thinking about this story. Gray sadism is extremely common. They don't advertise it because it would get them ostracized, but it's pretty common for people to enjoy the. Yeah, it's so creepy. That to me is like the great divide. It's, you have caring and compassion or you don't. Life 360 is an app. Oh, I didn't know that. To show where they are. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. No, I didn't know that there was something like that. Because I was thinking about that girl. Well, this has happened a couple different times, but these girls that pretend like that they like this other girl, and then they say, hey, let's all go out and go do something, and then they end up killing the girl, and then hiding the body. And even in the one story, and this one was kind of older because Patty Duke was playing the mom, because it was a true story. It was so sad. And one of the girls even moved in with her while the mom's so sad, moves in and acts like she's out helping her to try and figure out who did this, when it's like her who did it. And they beat the girl, and she was a real tiny girl, and they beat her and they cut her hair off, and then they left her in a creek and put like stones and stuff on top of her. So they beat her and drowned her and all this stuff. And then it happened more recently too. I can't remember this one, but they got the footage of the girl sneaking out of her apartment window. So the apartments had video for security, and so they saw the girl sneak out, and they saw who picked her up, and it was her friends. And so then they tried to give a different story. But yeah, it's so creepy how you pretend to like somebody just so you can hurt them. It's not like in the TV shows and movies where the cruel and dangerous people are obvious. Socio network. Yeah, you know what I think kind of too is the whole thing with Dexter. Now they have another show too, to kind of give build empathy towards these psychopaths or something. Like, well, it's okay to kill if you do this. It's okay if you're, you know, and so yeah, I think that they are really, because then when it comes down to it, you could come up with any excuse. Well, it's okay to do it because they screwed me over one time. So yeah, it's like they're making morals too vague. It's like, I don't know. I think that I don't like to be just like wrong or right, but it definitely, I think, to interfere with somebody else's life is wrong. It's just, it's wrong against the universal law. Yeah, yeah, get them to trust you so you can hurt them, and then think that they're the ones who've got the problem because they shouldn't have trusted you. It's like, no, you shouldn't be tricking them. Elbows up, baby. Yeah, I know. You got to be on your fucking P's and Q's. You got to be on your toes, because it is dog eat dog world. It's like a rooster fight out there. Yeah, how they want to have dog fights and stuff. And that's what they want us to be. They want us to be like dog fights out there. They want us to be fighting each other for entertainment, just like how they like to go and watch things like that for entertainment. But they enjoy us to do it. We're entertainment when we sit there and fight with each other like that. So yeah, and I don't know. It's a sad. I mean, it was one thing, where we all were living in this world and we didn't know, you know, I mean, I think most of us didn't know what was to come. And so once it started coming and we started seeing everything was changing, we're never going to go back. We're never going to go back to how it was. It's going to be different. And we got to let go of what it was. But to me, it's like a cruel world. It doesn't seem like that hard of a stretch to let go of. 13-year-old boy killed by 15-year-old boy with an axe. Oh shit. That's gruesome. I don't know what it is with any of the ones with axes and machetes really get me. Oh, yeah. That is horrible. And so the I was just thinking that I had just heard. Oh, it was the one where the guy, like he's got to be mentally ill or something, because he's like 23 or 25 or something years old, and his sister is 30, and she's married, and she got pregnant, and so he invites her over for dinner, and then he decides to kill her because she's no longer pure, and he wrote all this in his diary, and the mom was trying to get a hold of the sister, and then she knew she was at the brother, so she goes over. The brother takes off. She goes in the house and finds her dismembered daughter everywhere, but that's what he used too. He used an axe on his sister because she wasn't pure anymore. And he was so ashamed of her. And she was married and having a baby. Here comes crazy Ruthie. Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, those crimes with, that's so brutal. Ah, that's sad. Especially like young kids. I just can't get over the viciousness that we have nowadays with the young kids. Don't knock my thing over. Man, she had CBD and it just doesn't even. Sometimes I swear to God, it cranks her up. But she always wants it. And anytime Stella wants it, Ruthie wants it. Okay, but you can't climb on me. And here she goes. But here, let you guys see her. Let you see the little beast. Okay, hold on. Okay, turn over this way. Turn your face this way. There she is. This is the beast. She just wants to put her tongue in my mouth all the time. She's always trying to kiss me. She wants to lay right on top of me. She wants to stick her tongue in my mouth. Girl, no thank you. I gotta keep reminding myself, she's just a baby. She's huge. This is the face. I wish it, some of the faces you could see that she makes. She makes some of the funniest faces. She's got such expressive eyes. Everybody is tired. Yeah, I think everybody is tired. Yeah, she is. She is a cutie pie. And see, she's behaving so much better. She is behaving so much better. But see, she doesn't have it on. I haven't had it on her all day. I haven't done her training yet today either. So she's she is a little cranked up because or just right before I started, she was here doing circles trying to get her tail. She does that a lot. She chases her tail. That's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't think all dogs do that, but she gets serious about it. She'll catch it and she'll start chewing on it. That's really funny. She's like, oh, she's just so hyper. You are so hyper. But she's a sweet girl. And she's doing better. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Thanks for subscribing. You take care. Have a safe day. Watch out. Watch out for the crazy people out there. So, anyways, God, we've already been talking, or I've been talking like almost an hour. So, anything else you got? I already talked about it this morning, which I think Alicia I already watched my thing this morning. But yeah, she is huge. But the thing about being human, I swear I just can't get. Okay, you're gonna knock my thing over. Is the thing about being human, where all the people who are stuck on like thinking that they are human, and it's such a limitation, and them putting it in the movies and stuff. Oh my gosh, there goes Stella. You're getting ready for the game. Well, we can be closing down. We can start stopping. I mean, we've been talking for an hour, and I'm just gonna start going over stuff I was talking about this morning that I still am gonna rant about. And now Stella is gonna start ranting, and Ruthie's really jacked up on craziness. Okay, I don't need a bunch of kisses or any of that. So yeah, we can go, Crystal. Does anybody else have anything that they wanted to say or anything? Oh, can you imagine if I just took her and just started? Well, I mean, she's like would be too big anyways to try and be like. I would be. I think if you, like if I took her and started punching her or something, I think that would be dangerous. But this dog that girl did that to was real small, real tiny. Yeah, she loves me a lot. She is, she wants to be on me all the time. And the competition with the dogs is it's like, oh, that's probably why Stella's crying, because now Ruthie's closer than she is. Because Stella doesn't like that. They get jealous of each other. If one of them's closer to me than the other one, then they Stella will just start whining and stuff. Oh, now, okay, I'll get you a bone. I'm sorry, she took the bone. Ugh. You gotta see Stella when she's having a fit. Hold on. See if I can get her. Oh, she's gonna try and get the bone. But when Stella is having a fit, because she starts throwing her head around like, oh, I swear I'm mad. It cracks me up. I think she's so funny. So okay, that's what she was. So now she's happier. Now she stole a bone from Ruthie. Now Ruthie will be unhappy. Now she'll start bothering somebody else because she's already got her eyes. She already had her eyes on Max. And now she's gonna. Now she's hitting Max with her nose. Oh, now she's stepping on Max. But Max is in her bed. Now we're already set on that. No. Now we're set on the dog drama, so I probably should go. Now they'll start. Go take Ruthie out to go do her training. Now she wants to bite all the dogs. Okay. Now she's really worked up. Okay, guys, then I will talk to you in the morning. I'll be back in the morning and talk to you about whatever we talk about tomorrow. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. I better go deal with my craziness. See, this is like, look at it. Oh, I can't ever get it turned fast enough. I don't know if you can see, but it's Archie always goes up on two legs. It's the funniest thing. Goes up like he's gonna fight. Stands up like he's gonna get her by standing up. But anyways, it could turn into a real fight, so I better go. So anyways, thanks for coming by, and I'll talk to you later.